Welcome back to another episode. I have no idea what episode we're on, as I've just suddenly hit the record button. I'm going to say 8 of the Alliance Dispatch. I am here as ever with Dispatcher number 2, Dispatches 3, 4, and 5, and now 6. Thanks, King
and
Charles.
Now 6.
Big up King Charles for our big reveal. I'm not here. Apparently he's running a kingdom or something, but I don't think he does very much, really.
He plays Swoo on a Tuesday.
He is down at Norwich on the locals. He's not very good. We let him win because we kind of have to.
Yeah. It's like that scene in A Knight's Tale where they all
hold their lances up. Yeah. As if you're about to tap for lethal, you attack your own base.
Yeah. Well played, Charlie. Well played.
Smashed it. Anyway, how has your week been? How has your SWU fun times been?
My SWU fun times, I've been very I guess I've been on the bench a little bit the last couple of weeks. I haven't been able to make the last 2 trips, so I've just been manically throwing air boba at people on Karabast and trying to build other decks and going, I just like playing air boba. Just play air boba. That's just been my SWUing. I've been trying to look at kind of the big tournaments, trying to see if there's a little crack in there to try and exploit.
A little blue bosk, maybe.
Yeah, wow. Blue bosk potentially. Cad Bane did really well in Spain.
Blue Bosk did really well in Spain. Cad Bane did really well in Poland. I'm
not sure. The Cad Bane one, the Cad Bane I was looking at specifically, did well in Spain.
Oh, okay.
So
nice.
Oh no, I pulled my first showcase.
Oh, that's no big deal, is it?
No big deal. Just had to go to Hull to get it.
That's not a good enough reason to go to Hull.
Pulled a showcase. Archeon Games, I think was the name of the store. Store I had been to before the bad times, before COVID and stuff. I went to Nerf Herder, which was an X-Wing tournament, and it was kind of co-hosted by that store. I'm not sure if it's the same people who own it now. I don't think it was called that back then. Sure. But
what showcase was it?
Yeah,
Lando, sexiest black man in the galaxy. It's a really beautiful showcase.
It is a beautiful showcase. That was cool. That was my SWUing. Didn't play much.
Yeah.
Built stuff. Put it back in the folder. What a showcase.
You're going to play him on Thursday? You're going to build a Lando deck? Oh, not this Thursday, because we're doing something.
Yeah, I will build. I'm waiting for some stuff to show up in the post. It might come today, actually. I've not looked. Just a few of those funky smuggle cards. Actually, no, I say a few funky smuggle cards. Hotshot blasters. That's all I'm missing, really. I think I have everything else that I need to have a good time.
Nice.
Not necessarily
not an optimized time.
But a good time. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. How's my week been, you ask? I went ahead and watched Showdown, didn't I? It's only a 10-man. But I took double yellow boba, lost my first game, and submarine my way into victory, as is the best way. Yeah.
What did you lose to in the first round?
Vader, green. Smashed the first game. Second game, he double ramped. So I flipped Boba, he flipped Vader, and I went, this isn't going to be good. And it wasn't. Oh. And then second game, he double ramped again. And then when I flipped Boba, he flipped Vader, and also played a Vader. And I was just like, this isn't going to work either. So I lost. It was very unfortunate.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. He time lead he ECL'd a DJ Death Star into one of my things, and then the next turn time lead another DJ Death Star into something else, and I was like, oh no, not like this. And the second game he just ECL'd and then played a resupply, and I was just like, cool, 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 to quote my friend Jake. But then after that played into a Palpatine, just ran over because I'm aggro. Then I played Ethan Sabine, which I drew my cunnings and won the game. And then in my last Swiss game, I played Mark, who's playing double blue Iden. It's Iden because he's got the showcase and loves the character. And everyone else has told him just to play Kira because she's better. I think he used Iden's ability to heal on the base side once or none because of tempo.
Okay.
So, I don't think Iden's really the one anymore.
Trap. It's a shame because I like Iden, and I like that Iden's a cool character.
Yeah. And then they did prizing, and we went to Top Cut, and I drew Jamie, who was on Yellow Kylo, who had just ran people over all day. Defending champ of that store as well. And I absolutely binned him 2-0. And then we went at a pint. Why? Because they had a break then, and I was like, why are we breaking? Like, me and Jamie just smashed our game out, and by the time we had finished playing, the other game, both opponents weren't even in the store again yet from their break. So we went over the road, got a pint, and sat in the sun for a bit with Ethan, and then went back over, and then I won my finals 2-0 against Blue Han. Not really much to say about the Blue Han matchup, really. He played big things, but I just was really aggro. Just ran into him as hard as I could.
There's a lot of answers for Blue Han in double yellow boba as well, right? Because you can bounce stuff, you can discard stuff.
The cunnings are less valuable in that matchup because then once you kind of bounced a Kanan or an Obi-Wan, then there's just not much to do. So I spent a lot of my cunnings just +4ing and discarding a card from hand because you're more likely to get a big hit. And I did get a really big hit. I discarded a Redemption the turn before he's going to play it. One game. Second game, I discarded a Luke the turn before he was going to play it. Big clutch discards like that will just
game
seal you the win.
Right?
Yeah, 100%. I think he still managed to draw a Luke and still managed to Luke me once, but by putting on such early pressure, by the time he's dropping the Lukes and stuff, I've got such a board presence. I just ran into it, and I have the had my Boba with Boba's armor both games as well, and I didn't see a Rivals Fall. He had a bit of a misplay on the second game where he charged a Luke and a Rey unit and a Mace Windu into a Boba with Boba's armor. So I was quite happy with all of those kills before Boba went down. Yeah, he just ambushed Mace straight into Boba and did 3, and I was like, okay,
that doesn't seem worth it.
That is fine.
Did he?
Yeah, no. Yeah. When he attacked with Rey, he started off his turn. He attacked with Rey into Boba Fett, and he was like, "That's 4." And I went, "Oh no, it's 2 because of Boba's armor." And I was like, "Do you want to go back on that?" And he was like, "Oh no, it's fine. Just go through." And I think by that point, he just had a sunken fallacy and was just put himself on tilt and was just like, "I'm just going to keep throwing stuff at it now." Because I guess his original plan was to swing with Rey and then to ambush out Mace, which would have killed him. Readied Mace and then carry on running. Again. But yeah, unfortunately, Boba's armor, very good. Very good. So I ended up winning about 8 packs and 8 OP packs from the prizing. So I've got a full set, at least one of every set 2 OP card, and I've got a lot of shinies, and I've got a load of spare triples and stuff. So anyone local looking for the old trade ZD, let me know. But I only pulled 1 legendary from my 8 packs, which was a Rule with Respect, which I had traded with Mox in the Hole the weekend before at Manchester, with a load of like stuff from my load of trades in the back of my folder. So I've just got a spare Rules of Respect now. If anyone wants to trade that for a finalizer, again.
I think I've only seen that played once, and that was by me.
Yeah, at pre-release.
During pre-release.
Yeah, it's not a bad card of pre-release, but that was where you were just sat there going, pass, base, pass, base. Yeah. And then you played it with that Rule of Respect? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Second game I did it. Yeah, second game I did exactly the same. And then Luke just looked at me and they went, Rivals fall. And I got all of his stuff back.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I was like, oh, this card is awful.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near as good as I thought it was 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
It's a shame. It's a fun legendary.
It's a fun legendary. We've had a lot of duds this set as well, I think. Well, a lot of £5 legendaries, let's call them. Yeah. We did just before we go live. Speaking of cards, nice segue, Stephen. We saw Droid Factory. Factory. It's just Factory. I thought it would be like Factorum or
Droid Manufactory.
Yeah, don't get me to read things.
Easy for you to say.
Absolutely not. So because I can't read, what's it do, Stephen? What's it do?
So it's 24 health, command base. When you deploy a leader, so the first time we've seen that as the trigger, create 2 battle droid tokens, which, if you are unaware, they are 1/1 tokens. Basically,
is that worth keyword? 6 health? I don't think so.
It's early to tell, right?
Yeah. Would you, if I could say to you, would you like 1 extra hit point and be able to ambush a unit that costs 6 or less for free? Paying the card cost. Which one would you have?
At the minute, that. But
yeah.
So much stuff. There's some mental droid stuff could come out. And exploit is
it does,
a spicy bit of kit.
It does also turn on coordinate, because if you deploy your leader, then you've got 2 extra ones. So we just saw Padme. So on her flip side, she's a 2/7 with coordinate. So with the 2 battle droids, it would trigger, and then you get to attack with her if one of your droids doesn't die immediately, or if you haven't got any other units, then you could search your top 3 cards of your deck and draw it. It's cute. Like I feel like it's probably, as you say, really good for coordinate / exploit.
Quick question about droids.
Yeah,
are they colorless?
No. Well, yes, they're villainy and heroism, but that's the only.
They have both.
No, sorry. Droids are villainy, clones are heroism, but they don't have any other color, any other aspect assigned to them.
Okay.
Cool. So you can buff them with Rey / Kylo. But I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Yeah, not yet.
No.
Not yet.
No.
I think, it means you can automatically, like you said, I completely forgot about coordinate. It means you can automatically coordinate something when you deploy your leader. Gives you tasty exploit things. Grievous.
Yeah. Flip Grievous, 2 droids.
Droid Sentinel? Is that what it is?
Yep.
Grievous has
pretty reasonable
swings.
Yeah.
At least 2 swings before you can get to Grievous. So
that's only 1 droid. Or on his deploy side, it might be all droids.
Okay. So I think it's going to be another one of those things where someone much better than us at the game who has longer time to be able to theory craft and build decks and stuff is going to come up with something and everyone's going to go, ugh.
Oh,
it's disgusting.
Yeah. Grievous.
And then I'll just play Bombing Run.
Is you may give a droid +1 and Sentinel for this phase after he's attacked. Or on attack. So Yeah, it's not all droids,
I just
unfortunately.
made up in my head that all droids had Sentinel, so I'm just making up. That's why I failed the judges test, because I just made up rules.
Yes,
Max just made. I don't know how to play the game.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I've also seen this art catch a bit of flack. I feel like facially, it's almost, you can see it's Natalie Portman-esque. But I feel like it's the clothing and the hair that really let it down for me. I think it's more the clothing.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the head is fine, but the rest of her just doesn't quite look right. And this grumpy man in the background. Why isn't it Jar Jar? Where's Jar Jar?
He's got to be in the set, right?
Apparently, they said it's not set. That's not the first movie. It's the others. So who knows? Who knows? We did also have one other spoiler that just went live just before we went live, and we're not going to go through and talk about them all. That is for bite-sized. What did you call it earlier? Shorts. It's for shorts. Short content. But we've got Tranquility, which is a Republic capital ship, 7-cost heroic 7/6 with when played, you may return a Republic unit from your discard pile to your hand and on attack. For each of the next 3 Republic cards that you play this phase, cost 1 less. That is spicy. It is, however, as good as Home 1. Full stop. I would put that card on the same level as Home 1. The big benefit that this card has is a rare, not a legendary. And obviously you're building, like Home 1 interacts with the whole of the heroic aspect, where Tranquility is obviously much more Republic focused, hence its rare status, which is cool. Yeah, I do really like it. Being able to get a card back from your discard pile and then being able to play 3 Republic cards for 1 less is very cool. While we're doing it live, let me just have a quick look if there are many Republic events. Republic. No cards found. So hopefully we get some Republic events for that to be really, really useful, because playing events cheaper and getting events back from your discard pile is much better than getting units back from your discard pile and playing units cheaper.
Is Hello There not Republic?
Apparently not. No, it's a trick.
Okay.
My internet is massively letting me down. But yeah, it is just a trick. Oh, they've now updated it with Padme. Very cool. It wasn't there when I checked earlier. There you go. Right. Just having a quick scroll through to see if there are any events, and it was just being a bit silly. Nope, they are all units. And the only 2 Republic from previous sets we've got is Mace Windu and General Krell. And General Krell is still not good. We still won't see him played. Maybe you will in the Padme double green ramp deck, I guess, because when other units die, you get to draw a card. That's more card draw. That's okay.
Yeah.
If you can play enough Sentinels to keep him from dying, but
be spitting out aren't you, right?
Yeah.
Republic, that's going to be your backbone of your list. Is going to be let's get as many clones out as possible to cause some nonsense.
Oh, this is a very iconic card revealed by a great content creator, the 5 of First Liberator. Just because we just let Charles reveal it yesterday, and he is a man of few words. What do you reckon to the card we revealed yesterday?
It's quite a standard common, I guess. If you control another Republic unit, you may heal 3 damage for a base. If you are playing green and you are playing Republic, you're going to have 3 of these in your deck, right? Because
Yeah, like
I
if
wouldn't get
this read
3-3.
if this was in set 1 and it read if you control another rebels unit you can heal 3 from your base and it was a 3/3/3, I would have played it.
Yep. Yeah.
So assuming
100%.
that Republic is as good as Rebels as a keyword is within the confines, if it's a bit better than Mandalorian, then
Yeah.
it will see play. It's interesting that it's not heroic, so you can play it in like Palpatine or something if you can get enough Republic that isn't heroic and get that crossplay. Obviously, General Krell is Republic. And double green, so he obviously goes into any kind of green ramp deck that is trying to play off the Republic keyword. I mean, I've got all the revealed cards here at the moment.
Isn't any Republic villain, right?
I would assume not. No. Or a load of neutral. Kiamundi is neutral. And there's a couple of 2-drops, 3-drops. But no, most of it is all heroic or neutral. So, right, we're still only I don't even know how many cards we've seen of the set, but I know we're not very far in yet. We've only seen 5 leaders now, maybe 6.
Yeah,
out of 18.
4.
Like we've got a way to go.
Yeah.
Oh no,
3 heroes, 3 villains.
Yeah. I love doing things live. Right. Yeah. 2 villains, 3 heroes.
What villains? Probably like the 2 best from.
I mean, iconic, right?
That era.
Iconic. Yeah. I think this is going to be the big thing. This set is that every single leader is just going to be like I know you.
Yeah.
Where like Dr. Aphra, a bit of a deep cut character.
Yeah, I think it's going to attract a new wave of players. It is targeting that era in particular, and as we saw when they released the film and re-released the film in the cinema that weekend, like loads of people were like, "Oh yeah, actually, I kind of liked Phantom Menace," and
let's go watch it. I think as a draft experience as well, it'll be really good because it will just be Separatists versus Clones majority, where I really enjoy set 2 for drafting. But it basically comes down to like Mandalorian versus Bounty Hunters, and it's as not as cool of a theme as Separatists versus Republic.
Yeah, there's not enough. Yeah, there's not enough Wookiees, are there, for be able to do a Wookiee draft deck?
You could gamble big, like you'd have to open that first pack and then just gamble that there's a lot of Wookiees in those packs. But I think you're pretty safely claiming most of the Wookiees unless someone's on heroic vigilance. And we'll snap up your tasty grit Wookiees.
Oh, I've had flashbacks from the last draft where I put together a beautiful Mandalorian deck, and then the last pack, the guy on my left, Petty drafted a Darksaber.
Petty drafted.
Petty.
It wasn't in his deck at all. I think it was.
Was it?
Maybe. I mean, if I flipped over a pack and saw a Darksaber, man, I'm grabbing that, even if I've got 3. It's 20 quid, mate. It pays for my draft.
True.
If I saw a rule of respect, I might let that go past. If there was like a hot shot blaster or something, like a really nice rare in that pack, I would probably let that go. Right. Carry on.
I was going to say, just a quick summary of all the stuff that we've seen so far. Then you're looking forward to the set?
Yeah, I think it's going to be really good. Much, just as I said, the theming I think is just outstanding for it. Who doesn't love the Clone Wars? I hope we see some, like some of the Maul DeLoreans with the spiky helmets and stuff, which will then kind of play back into the Mandalorians of set 2, because I really do like now that I've won my Showdown during the weeklies and stuff after this week, which we'll get onto in a minute. I'm probably just going to lock in some Mandalorian decks and just play the theme for a bit. until we get a bit closer to PQs next month. And then I will just get a bit more practice in. But I've played so much Yellow Boba now, and that will be what I take next to the PQ, that it's pretty much ingrained in my soul. Like, it's a deck I've played for 4-5 months now, across 2 sets. And
you played it in set. Yeah, you played it in set 1, didn't you? Like,
yeah, I won my showdown with it.
And 2 at the start.
Yeah, I tried Green Boba again after its decent performance at Manchester, but I actually just don't like it as much as Yellow Boba.
I'd just like to point out, as you mentioned, Green Boba, I did say Green Boba was going to win Manchester. My Mystic Meg ball must have been off by a week.
Yeah, as a deep cut, bringing up Mystic Meg. If you know who Mystic Meg is, like and subscribe. for big old Meg.
Demographic. It's up to mid-40s.
Yeah. Well, it's going to have to be if anyone gets that card. I don't even think 2 of the 5 Alliance members will know who Mystic Meg is.
No way. Young scamps.
Yeah.
Sidetracking away from Mystic Meg.
What do you think of the set? You're looking forward to it? You're pumped?
I'm really looking forward to it. I'm very excited about just playing double red maul and just bashing everything. I'm
going to be playing maul day one.
It's not even face, right? It's not even like a face.
It's not even face.
I'm just going to smash everything.
I'm just going to beat up your units and just chip your base down. Just beat up your units.
Yeah.
Like, it's a really cool ability. It's nice to see a leader ability that actually goes decently into late game. I mean, that's one reason why I really like Kira, is because her ability is real good on the big units. And what's better than an Avenger? An Avenger with overpower. Overwhelm.
Yeah.
It's going to be very, very cool.
It's going to be good. And Maul, favorite character. I think his full story arc is one of the best story arcs in Star Wars.
His death lightsaber fight is the best lightsaber fight in Star Wars, and I will die on that hill.
It is really good.
Mm-hmm. So just to kind of wrap it up, kind of like what we're doing going forward. So obviously, for those of you who haven't heard, which I don't know how that could have happened, yesterday on the 9th of September, James L. Jones died at the age of 93. What a great age.
Hell of an innings.
Yeah, I mean, if I make it another 50 years, more than 50 years, 60 years, I can't do basic math.
It's 51 years for me.
Yeah.
Nearly halfway there.
I'm a bit tired thinking about it. So on Thursday, it's actually you and another person messaged me being like, "Oh, we're doing Vader at the weekend," and I was like, "Actually, we should not at the weekend. We're not doing that at Showdown, but this weekly on Thursday, I posted in our locals just being like, I'm bringing Vader. You should bring Vader. Let's get a top 8 of Vader." No one. There's been a couple of likes, but no one's commented saying that they're going to do it. So I'm going to rock up with my Vader deck, and we're going to boo anybody who doesn't play Vader.
It's going to be Leighton, isn't it? Leighton's going to show up with his hand blue.
Yeah.
Be like, screw you guys, man.
No, Owen will still play Palpatine, so we were like being like, "Oh, you want to go late game, do you?" Mine. And we'll be like,
I'll comment on the post as well and get the other.
Yeah. So I imagine this is probably going to go out tomorrow. So if you do have time for your locals at the end of the week on the weekend, do it. Get everyone, as many people as you can, to play Vader. Hashtag Team Vader. Let's go.
Just have Vader top of the tree for this week at your locals.
Yeah. And if you have got a Showdown, take it to the Showdown. I might play him at the Showdown. I'll see how well my Thursday goes. But you can never, what's better than winning 1 Showdown? Winning 2.
You could win them all.
Could win them all.
Win them all.
Yep. I've got one this weekend. I've got another one the weekend after that, or the weekend after that. I think it's 2 weeks' time.
So this weekend is Alpha Games. We've got a car full going to that. That's my first one of the
Yeah.
season. Everyone else played.
No, just me and Jamie
Went-
went at the weekend.
No, no. Yeah, so yeah, it'll be the first time there's a car full.
Yeah.
You only win tournaments when there's two of you that go.
Yeah. Can't go through all four of you, can I?
Yeah, true. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I've not been to Alpha Games in years. I used to go there quite a bit for
Yeah.
X-Wing and Underworlds. There used to be the 100% not dodgy exotic pet vet next door.
Next
Do you
door,
remember
yeah,
that?
yeah. It's not there anymore, but yeah,
Definitely not a money laundering.
absolutely not.
Money
You got a
laundering.
sick turtle. That's where you want to take it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was always quite a nice little venue to go for a tournament and stuff. So forward to that. And then we have a break. And then it's, well,
And then it's the
we have the
big
choice. Don't we?
wow. We do have the choice, but my
It's
choice
Athena.
is Athena.
Athena, which is the same weekend as UKTC, who are doing one in London.
Two.
So I might go on the Sunday.
They're doing two, Saturday and Sunday, aren't they?
Yeah.
So yeah,
So I'll see if I can get a pass.
yeah, I might, but I probably won't because I think you still need to buy an event ticket as well. I'm not sure. I've not looked into it properly.
Oh, really? Oh,
Because that UK LGT. So I don't know whether or not there's an event ticket that you need, or if you can just buy the individual events. I've not looked into it. But they keep announcing them really short. Like they only announce like they give you like 3-4 weeks notice to these events, and hopefully they get on top of it a bit and start planning these out kind of like 2 months in advance, so I can mentally prepare myself.
It must be very hard. It must be very hard for them to be able to fit it in at the right place, right? So was it they announced Leicester? It was like the week after Manchester got announced.
Yeah.
So everyone was probably hyped for Manchester and say, "Hey, we've got our one. It's the week before."
Yeah.
And then they did the same with this.
Yeah. And there's a lot of
got
yeah, but I said there's a lot of store showdowns in London that weekend as well. I saw a lot of people commenting at the frustration of having to pick between the two.
Yeah, which does make me wonder how much chat they're having with organised play, like official organised play with events, or whether they are just like, this is our own track. We're just going to run them when we have
the location
UKTC events.
Yeah. I mean, it would be good to get just a bit more note. Like, obviously, the LGT's been running for a long. Like, you've been able to buy tickets for it for a very long time, and it's just a late minute addition. So hopefully, they'll go. Well, next year at the LGT, we'll be running it. So get booked up. But I guess like miniature games and card games are a bit different. Like maybe the crowd's just a bit different. You don't know if you're still going to be playing Star Wars Unlimited in a year, but if you play Warhammer 40,000, you probably are still playing that in a year's time, or still have your army knocking about.
Yeah, I think maybe they knew that there was a lot of store showdowns, so that's why they've done 2 instead of 1 over the weekend. They're like, okay, cool. If you can't make the Saturday, you can come to the Sunday one.
Yeah. Yeah, and what they do with their pricing is really good. So, like, if they do manage to get the prize pool up to like 2 or 3K, that isn't top weighted. It goes down the ranking. So, like, first place, you're always going to get 400 quid, but it just allows top 32 to get a prize and a bit of something back and stuff. So, it's events I would like to go to. I don't feel like cash tournaments generally are any more of a negative experience than say something like Manchester is. I think and if they are, it's something that will self-police and kick down fairly quickly as a community. Like almost every game in Manchester, you just sat there just having a general conversation about Star Wars and having a good time, right? I've not had a bad interaction playing this or Destiny, which I can't say the same for other TCGs, which will go unnamed. But I feel like we've got a really good community, and I feel like that community spirit will kind of fester through any teething issues when it comes to cash pricing.
Yeah.
Because we're a good bunch. And if not, Mufasa will look down on us from the cloud in the sky, like that episode of The Simpsons.
The Bleeding Gums one, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it is the Bleeding Gums one. This is CNN. Speaking of, favorite James L. Jones / Darth Vader quote. Go.
It is. Oh, we were just going through that. Here, my favorite is he is as clumsy as he is stupid. Because you can use that about anyone in real life.
Yeah.
We did have to look and figure out who he was actually talking about.
We did.
But
as General Orzo?
Yeah.
Also?
Admiral.
Admiral.
Is he Admiral? No, General.
General. I don't know. He's the guy who gives 3 troopers +1/+1. That's how I know.
No, that's General Targ.
Oh,
that's General Targ.
Who's also then?
Yeah.
Oh, is he?
It's the guy.
He's the one you can tap and then ready.
Comes in ready.
Comes in ready, and then your opponent can ready something. Yeah. That very, very big played red card. Yeah. Okay. Well, cool. Nice for General Zo to get a namesake. I'm gonna go with I've altered the deal. Pray I don't alter any further.
Yeah.
Good one.
Yeah, that just kind of underlines how much of a knob he is. Basically.
Yep.
He's like, I'm not going to do anything about this. I've changed my mind.
Yeah, he's not a nice man. He's not a nice man.
No, he is not. He is not.
Well, I think that kind of wraps us up for a good bit of chitter chatter. Hope one day we're going to have some. You're going to see the other dispatches on the pod, but today is not that day. Someday soon.
Yeah. For now, just keep an eye out on shorts, and you might see their faces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh,
probably
I also
moaning about overwhelming barrage.
Had you tell me what I should start signing off with, so I'm going to sign off with it right now. This is an exclusive. Anyone who's played with me at a tournament would have heard me say this before, but I'd rather be lucky than good. See you next time.
This is the Alliance Dispatch. Over and out.